can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day.
Hello Learning Team 3, welcome to week 9 of term 3. I've just been watering the school garden. Now that it's springtime, the sun will be shining a lot more, which means we have to make sure our plants get enough water so the soil stays moist and the plants can keep on growing. I'll come back and do some more watering later, but for now, let's go do this week's harvest.
Ce sera une belle, belle, belle journée ensoleillée.
Agora sei que essa dor se foi. O sentimento mal já não há mais. O arco-íris que esperei está aqui. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies.
Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue Kobena wati, kobena tumarina. Likana wani, ila tiledi na londo.
So today in my basket I have harvested rainbow silver beet, spring onion, snow peas, ripe limes, lemons, and I've got some potatoes here from the previous harvest. For week 9 we will be cooking vegetable pulao. Now pulao is a rice dish that is traditionally cooked all in one pot with different vegetables and spices. It could include carrot, potato and peas and be flavoured with spices like cumin, turmeric, cinnamon and cardamom. For our pulao this week we are going to include some extra ingredients that we have harvested from Finden's garden. Let's check out where pulao comes from. Here we are in Australia, and last week we were looking at a recipe from over here in the west part of Africa. Today we're going to be travelling to the east, to this part of Asia where we have countries like India, Bangladesh, China and Nepal. All the countries in this area have their own version of pulao. For us, we're going to be looking at Nepal and their recipe for vegetable pulao. It is frequently served at parties and celebrations, and is one of the country's most popular rice dishes. Before we start cooking, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about Nepal and how it compares to Australia. Last year, a member of my family travelled to Nepal with a group of people because they had raised money to help build more schooling facilities for the children over there. In the past, many primary school aged children in Nepal were either homeschooled or put to work at a young age. In 2000, 1/3 of all primary school aged children did not go to school. In Australia in the year 2000, we had 95% of all primary school aged children go to school and only 5% who didn't. In the year 2017, things increased significantly in Nepal. They now have 95% of children going to school and only 5% who didn't. Australia now has 97% of school-aged children going to school and only 3% that didn't. While we have increased a little bit, there's been a much more significant increase in children going to primary school in Nepal. Here are all the ingredients for our vegetable pulao. From our Finton garden we have potatoes, snow peas, spring onion, silver beet and lemons. Our other ingredients include tomatoes, carrot, frozen peas, onion, ginger, garlic, green chilies, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, turmeric, cumin seeds, garam masala, whole cloves, cardamom pods, salt, pepper and oil. And the rice we're going to be using is basmati rice. Now I'm going to go and wash all the fresh ingredients and then we'll come back and start cooking. Our first step is to cover our rice with some water and let it soak for about 20 to 30 minutes. While this is happening, we're going to go and prepare the rest of our ingredients. Here are the potatoes. We're going to hold the potatoes in the palm of our hand and we're going to peel them, making a backwards L shape with the peeler and our other thumb. We're going to peel the potato towards us and turn. Now we peel onto the bench top so that no dirt or germs go directly onto our chopping board. We're also going to peel our carrot, holding it at one end and peeling from the middle down, turning it as you go. Then we're going to flip it over and peel the other side. With our potatoes, we're going to chop them in half using the bridge technique and then we're going to dice them into pieces. We're going to remove the top and tail of the carrot, chop it in half using the bridge, and in half again, and then we're going to dice it. The next step is to take the fresh snow peas, remove the string and both ends, and then we're going to slice them up. We've got our spring onion. We're only going to use the green parts of the spring onion today and save the white bits for another recipe. We have our rainbow silver beet. We're going to remove the leaves from the stems. Roll the leaves into a ball and finally shred them up. With our silver beet stems, we're going to chop off the ends. and chop these into pieces. We've got our tomatoes. We're going to chop them in half using the bridge technique. Take off the little green stem and then dice them into pieces. Let's take our onion, peel it, and then finally dice. The next step is to prepare our garlic, ginger and chilli. We're going to smash the garlic, peel it, roughly chop it, and then using a fork and some salt, we're going to smash it into a paste. We're going to get our ginger and remove the skin and then finally grate it using a microplane. We've got our chilies. We're going to top and tail them. Remove the pith and the seeds and finally chop them up. We've prepared all our fresh ingredients. It's now time to start cooking our pilau. I have a big saucepan here. I have some oil in the bottom that's heating up. I'm going to add the cumin seeds. The cumin seeds have been cooking off for a minute. I've now got the bay leaves, cardamom and cinnamon, and I've smashed the cardamom a bit with a knife to open the shells of the pods. We're going to add our onion. And fry that off for about 5 minutes. To the pot, I'm going to add the potato and carrot. And cook that down for another 5 minutes. We've got our turmeric and garam masala. Cook that off for a minute. We're going to add in the ginger, garlic and chilli. And cook that down for another couple of minutes. We'll add our tomatoes to the pot. In goes our frozen peas. And our garden peas and the stems of the silver beet. Give it a good mix. We're going to season with some salt and pepper. And add the juice of half a lemon. Here I have the rice that was soaking for 20 to 30 minutes. I've drained it well. It's now going to go into the pot with the vegetables. rice and vegetables, I have added 4 cups of water, which is 1 litre of water. We're going to bring that up to the boil, and once it's boiling, we're going to put a lid on the pot, turn it down as low as possible, and let it cook away for 18 minutes, but don't lift the lid. You can see that the water is just starting to boil as the bubbles are now breaking on the surface. I'm going to put my lid on my pot, turn it right down to low, and let it cook away for 18 minutes. So the pilau has been cooking now for about 18 minutes. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to leave it covered for another 5 minutes before I stir through the silver beet and the spring onion. There it is, Learning Team 3, our vegetable pilau from Nepal. I even have my Nepalese prayer flags hanging up for you all to see. Thanks for joining me for another great week of cooking, and I'll see you next week with another great recipe from around the world. Bye for now.